Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas. We bring you the latest in everything cool every single day around here. That's our promise to you. And Windsor Ma, we heard you about your comments about sequels and reimaginings, and we are right there with you. If they're good, we have no problem with them. This rundown is dedicated to you. Console gamers will finally be able to join the resistance against the alien occupation. 2K and Firaxis Games have officially announced that XCOM 2 is coming to the PS4 and Xbox One. This is great news for fans. They've been demanding that the game make the jump to consoles ever since it launched on the PC back in February, but the developers played coy about the possibility until now. The console version will include the same content as the PC version, and all the DLC that's been released since launch will once again be broken up into the same separate packs, although unlike on the PC, it will all be available on day one. XCOM 2 hits the PS4 and Xbox One on September 6th. You can learn more about the game by watching our lengthy interview with developers Garth DeAngelis and Mark Knott by clicking the link on your screen or in the description below. E3 is almost here, and it looks like a few more big games that will be announced at the show have leaked a little early. Advertising images from the unannounced Dead Rising 4 have appeared online. We can't show you the images for copyright reasons, but they appear to depict the first game's protagonist, Frank West, in the same mall from the first game. This could mean that Dead Rising 4 is a remake of the original, but until there's an official announcement from Capcom, we won't know for sure.
Well, I guess playtime's over.
In other E3 rumors, a remastered edition of 2011's The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim might be announced by Bethesda. Like other remastered editions from the studio, this one would have better graphics and audio and include all the extra DLC content that's been released for the original version. If you're looking for all new games, Bethesda could also announce the long-rumored Evil Within and Wolfenstein sequels, or a reworked version of the canceled Prey 2. We'll just have to wait and see. Bethesda will hold their E3 press conference this Sunday, with the main E3 show officially kicking off next Tuesday. We'll be there, so watch for our coverage on our channels. Nothing says Valentine's Day like sulking around a Japanese high school with superpowers. The long-awaited JRPG Persona 5 will hit North America on February 14, 2017, with the Japan release happening this September. This will be the first game in the main Persona series since Persona 4 was released back in 2008. Players will once again take control of a Japanese high school student who uses superpowers to battle demons and other fantasy creatures in turn-based combat, and publisher Atlas says there will be more environments to explore than ever before, making this the biggest game they've ever released. Like the previous games, there will also be anime cutscenes because it just wouldn't be Japanese enough without them. And speaking of JRPGs, with another day comes another Final Fantasy game to talk about. Square Enix has announced that the cutesy world of Final Fantasy hits the PS4 and Vita on October 25th. The game will tell a new story that includes heroes and villains from many of the different Final Fantasy games, all with a very cute visual style that's meant to appeal to new and younger players. The October 25th release date means World of Final Fantasy will be launching less than a month after the much more prominent Final Fantasy 15, which arrives September 30th. Although that one will have some cute stuff, it's aimed at a more adult crowd and probably shouldn't be played by super young gamers. You hear that, Ruby? Two of the best comic book creators today are joining forces. Famed comic book author Mark Millar, who created Kick-Ass and Kingsman and wrote the Marvel Civil War comics, is teaming up with famed artist Greg Capullo for an all-new series called Reborn. They've only released one teaser image so far, saying that the series will take place in a fantasy world and chronicle a battle between good and evil. Reborn is being published by DC, and the first issue will hit shelves this October, followed by a 6-month run. Over on the big screen, Millar is producing the next Wolverine solo movie, due out next year. Also due out next year is the sequel to Millar's Kingsman: The Secret Service, which is currently shooting. And before we go, we'll remind you that Grand Theft Auto Online's new Finance and Felony update launches today. It's one of the biggest updates yet for the game and gives you the ability to become CEO of your own criminal empire and then hire your friends to help steal and traffic illegal merchandise across the state. New missions, abilities, vehicles, weapons, and property options are included, along with new player versus player modes. Best of all, the update is free to download. And that wraps us up for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. We've got a new rundown in the pipe for you for tomorrow. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.